Has a new menu finally erupted?
Princess Bear here today. We're at Disney's Polynesian Resort because it's time to return to
Ohana.
Yeah, our family. It's been quite a while since we returned, but when things change, as your number one choice to foodie infotainment, we investigate these things so you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Let's ride the wave.
It's time to foodie and chill. Chef Mike is hard at work with a fluffy, allergy-friendly roll, but at least there's earth balance, and that is my favorite thing to do with these if I'm gonna eat these. Actually, I'm gonna have this. Here we go. R.I.P. hummus and chips, allergy bread. Chef Mike, aka the microwave, did a great job heating up this bread. It is the perfect temperature, and I like it. And I mean, it's allergy friendly bread, so it can only be so good. But it's always better with earth balance, so 2.5 out of 5 breads. It gives decent bread. I wouldn't call it tomorrow, but I would call Chef Mike
Old faithful, old reliable, old sink sponge, gluten-free allergy rolls. Again, as always, I am happy that the inclusivity of food extends to the rolls to where this exists so you can have it. I just question at this point, do you really want it? For those that do eat these on a regular, you let us know. Do you love these? Do you hate them? Do you not even bother? We're curious. No less the mouth workout, but I would say this is an above average showing for the gluten-free allergy rolls because they're warm. The warmer they are, the better they are. 3 out of 5 plus. The coconut pineapple bread. You can get this bread at a few restaurants here across throughout Disney World. One of them being Coral Reef actually sells this very same bread for a table. Nice and fresh, and it reeks, absolutely reeks of the coconut. You need to like coconut in order to like this bread, but the difference here is they give you a little splash of the honey butter, or butter with honey on top of it. I love the consistency and the softness of this bread, even like the powdery nature of it, even if I don't love the coconut aftertaste. The aftertaste is probably the only reason I don't love this bread more. Pineapple, great. Pineapple coconut, you're on the edge of blasphemy at that point. I give it 3.25 out of 5.
Salad redo. I guess we call it a shrinkflation salad because this is way smaller than the older salad. And again, I'm on my soapbox about the hummus, chips, and dip because that was also very good. That's as much salad as I'm going to get, I think, because I'm going to toss my own salad. Now, I have a citrus dressing here, which we did ask is vegan. And now we have a salad that I'm going to toss myself. Maybe. Cheers. Citrus is definitely an accurate description of the dressing. My issue with it is the consistency. It's more like a honey mustard style dressing than like a vinaigrette that it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a citrus vinaigrette. I would say if I had to compare this salad to Sebastian's Bistro, because we're always comparing Sebastian's to Ohana, Sebastian's salad is better. I would give this one a 2.5 out of 5 salads. It doesn't toss my salad.
Even though we came here to investigate the new menu, the question really has always been, like the princess alluded to, when we come here, is I know everybody loves Ohana's, and I feel like everybody loves the idea of Ohana's, because it used to be a much different restaurant. But is this really one of the best like family dining sort of table service menu, or is Sebastian's Bistro the hidden gem that nobody else goes to? You've been here long enough, you already know what camp we're in, but I'm going to let you watch this and decide what you think, whether it be Sebastian's or whether it be Ohana. For now, I'm just going to eat my rabbit food like a good, well-trained house bear. as I squirt myself in the face with citrus dressing. It's a citrus vinaigrette. Why is it so sweet? It's like pouring sugar on top of a salad. I don't understand it. I was expecting a hit of citrus, to which I still would have squirted in the face because I'm not a huge fan of like overly citrus things. But it's like pouring candy on health food. I do not like. It's not a vibe, not a jam. The dressing kills it. I would honestly eat the salad without the dressing. It's just not good. 1.5 out of 5 plus.
It's been a minute since I've had these edamame dumplings, and I always feel weird eating a dumpling with a fork. These are not your average pot sticker. These are deep fried and vegan. It's very hard. It's very crunchy. It feels like I just ate like a little bit of edamame, just like straight. There's no real seasoning situation to it. Like it needs like a teriyaki sauce dipping or soy sauce or something. On its own, it's very dry. I don't think I'll be eating seconds of it. I'll give it like a 2 out of 5 dumplings. I'd rather buy frozen ones and just cook them at home.
Edamame dumplings. I'm glad they at least have dumplings. The dumplings with just edamame sounds like I'm a fight May? I don't know where I'm going with that. Interesting. I've been on a search high and low for a vegan dumpling at home that Apprentice likes. We get so many different variations when we go to different stores, like a mushroom leek, like a plant-based meat and onion, or like Thai flavored, Korean barbecue, all sorts of flavors. And I feel like they're just trying to do too much. This is the first one I've had in a while that I feel like isn't doing enough. Edamame's great, but it needs something else in there with it as sort of like a contrast.
Soy sauce?
Not just a sauce, like a different filling, like something to go with the edamame, because it just tastes like salad in a popsicle. It's interesting. I like it. I just feel like it has potential to be better. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 points. So on the regular skillet, here we have the pork dumpling. Again, blasphemous to be eating pork dumplings with a fork. Where are my chopsticks? I didn't eat this whole plate with chopsticks. Whole skillet, actually. Oh. That thing is filled to the brim with shredded pork. There's some carrot in there. It's got a little seasoning to it. It just sort of pops. The crispiness of the dumpling. The one thing they do here is that every skillet, because they come out with such consistency, is the only thing I think elevates Ohana. There's one thing they do here is they know their food. What they do serve, even though it doesn't change very often, they do well. And the execution on the cook, pretty much perfect. 3.5 out of 5 points.
I kind of wish I had brought some nooch for these veggies. They're just nice and sauteed with some seasonings and some cabbage. It looks nice and peppery. I think you can ask for salt and pepper, but it's not readily on the table like it is in other places. It's very dry. It's missing a sauce. Like it needs like a teriyaki sauce, one with sesame seed action, maybe some gochujang, something. It's a dry veggie, and I would rather eat the veggies at Sebastian's. So we're continuing to compare Ohana to Sebastian's. Sebastian's is better with veggies too. This I will give a 2.5 out of 5 veggies. It's not bad, but it's not like I can make this same thing at home and not pay $65 a person for the same thing that I can make at home.
I understand that it's an all-you-care-to enjoy like family style. We're coming for the meats. We're coming for the special pieces. But there are veggies in this skillet. Now, I worry about some of this community because I feel like a lot of you haven't had a solid veggie in a fortnight. And I'm not talking about the video game. I'm talking about like actual days. a nice tree-shaped veggie is not going to kill you. Eat your vegetables. It's got a nice sauteed skillet taste to it. More oiled and water than anything. I could definitely use some additional seasoning. It's cooked well enough. It's cooked, but then crispy, so the crunchy bite into it, but it's giving nothing back. It's literally just plain broccoli sauteed with nothing else on it. I could use something, salt, pepper, give the whole world of spices. It's time to start using it. 2.5 out of 5 bucks.
Time for the news. This is my favorite side that I get at Tambu Lounge when we come here and don't go to Ohana. Pro tip, there are plenty of different Ohana things that you can get at Tambu without ever having to pay for the all you care to enjoy experience. Just make sure you go after 4 p.m. to the Polynesian and then you can order all the things you want. If there's anything that we consistently love with sweetness and everything else, it's definitely the Ohana Noodles. Now we do have a recipe for this on our channel, so please check that out somewhere over here. Make your own at home. They are very good. I would give them a 4.5 out of 5 noodles. They're the news.
If there's one thing that will always go down in the Disney adult record books, is the fact that there has been a couple times in our history as Disney adults where bullying has worked. One such example is the Ohana Nudes. They did once try to get rid of these. I promise you they will probably never try that again. These nudes are beloved all across Walt Disney World. If you've never had these nudes, at some point you gotta come try them. And even if like you're somebody that doesn't normally cook, I suggest you try to cook these at home. It's only a handful of ingredients and it's very quick. On like a night when you've got a lot going on, throwing these and then making some Ohana nudes of your own. It's very simple. And that's a lot of what we cook at home is things that we learned and ate first here at Walt Disney World. Start small, get bigger. That familiar soy ginger flavor, they're nice nudes. Probably the nicest nude you're gonna get all year, with consent. They're tasty. And honestly, if they only serve these nudes, you really couldn't go wrong. 4.5 out of 5 bucks. Fare on the buffet, and what is routinely one of my favorite things here at Ohana, which you would think would be odd, is their chicken wings. They do chicken wings well, and they're unlimited. And there aren't many places on Walt Disney World property where I can still get unlimited chicken wings. And not like just like seasoned chicken, like legit chicken wings. I can get as many of these as I want. And I love these things. These are another item that you can get solo dolo at Tambu Lounge, and if I'm not ordering nudes, I'm usually ordering nudes. If the Polynesian ever sold these in a box, grab and go, public style, I would be in trouble. That'd be my number one grab and go meal at Walt Disney World. With nice sweetness, the tanginess of the chicken, perfect crisp, crunchy outside, soft, tender, juicy meat on the inside. We need to get a room. Me and the wings, we need a room. 5 out of 5 claws. They're on the Bear Sessions list. This is literally still, I haven't gotten the rest of the food yet. My number one item here at Ohana.
For the first time ever, I get to try Impossible Chicken. The last time Impossible Chicken was available at Disney World, it was at Flower and Garden last year, and it was vegetarian, not vegan. So I'm so excited I get to try this. Cheers to something new. The sauce is a little bit watered down and sweet. It kind of tastes like the same sauce that they put in the nudes, but it doesn't absorb as well. I would like to try the chicken on its own because by itself it's giving me like that Gardein chicken fillet, like the naked one, with sauce on it. And I'm not mad at that, but I'm also not like, wow, like I am with other Impossible products. So that's a little stunning for me. I will give it a 3.5 out of 5 vegan chickens. It's nice, but not as nice as I thought it would be.
Plant embrace brothers, sisters, they and then and them. Rejoice that Impossible Chicken has arrived here at Walt Disney World in a manner in which you can consume. Even if, for by chance, we don't give the most stellar review of the food, you need to show up and eat this to let Disney know that you want more things like this. Because if you don't eat it, it will disappear. And this harkens back to the early days of alt meat for me. Because in the early days, it's like pre-Beyond Meat, pre-Impossible, pre-Chunk Steak, pre-Juicy Marbles, you would get a company that would nail one thing and not the other. So they would nail flavor, but terrible on texture and consistency and like cooking. The texture is good. And the flavor, it's given warmed cardboard. You know what I mean? Like sauced warmed cardboard. The taste of like the artificial, immediate. Like even before I hit the sauce, I get that. And it's just off-putting. And not that it's bad, but we've had so many years of alt meat to get it right. For something to get it so wrong, from a company that we're so used to getting it right, is a little disappointing. It's still good. The flavor is good as far as the sauce. The chew is good. It's just that artificial back taste. It's just not a vibe. I'd be interested to see if it improves over time here. Maybe it's the cook. I'm not sure. Like the cook of the meat, not the cooks themselves. But give it 3.25 out of 5 stars. Here we have a newish item for myself. Big, huge chunks of sweet and sour chicken. Now they've had chicken before, but I think it's just seasoned differently. I believe last time it was either like a chimichurri or just a basic roasted chicken. This time they're actually advertising it as sweet and sour chicken. But it's still nice and roasted, seasoned on one side, juicy white meat on the other. Let's see if I develop a craving. It's still the same roasted chicken that I remember, but oddly, it's given like a sweet and sour dry rub. I am not the biggest sweet and sour chicken fan. I'm like hit or miss, either great or it's awful. Most times it's awful. This, for some reason, works because the sweet and sour is light, but still allows the roast chicken to sort of shine through. Honestly, I kind of like it. More than my wings? No. But still very, very good. I give that 4 out of 5.
We have a beautiful beef and broccoli. Now, I haven't had these beef tips since the last time we went to Whispering Canyon, so I'm excited to see what Ohana has done with the same tips that you can get there, plus broccoli. I have never had beef and broccoli at Disney World. No. The difference between Wilderness Lodge, I should say Whispering Canyon Cafe, and the beef tips at Ohana is the ones at Wilderness Lodge are like charred. These are soft, like almost uncooked, and I hate it. It's a 1 out of 5 beef tips. I was extra excited for this specific option, and now I am disappointed.
Beef and broccoli are kibbles and bits and garden bush. Only time will tell. This is one of the new items that summoned us here. Getting these like plant-based beef tips with broccoli of all things sounds like something that would attract the masses. Let's see. My face is in conflict. Now as my eyes scrunch up and my nose sort of twists to the side and you're seeing an obvious discomfort in my face, I'm tempering that with like, this is the first day of their new plant-based menu. The very first day. It's given, you know those videos you see on, social media, YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, whatever your preferred short video platform is. You see those videos that are like, is it real or is it cake? It's given the consistency of cake. Like, not at all anything close to beef. It's a mushy, chewy, almost gelatinous disgustingness. flavor nor bite. None of that is given beef. And it is not a pleasant chew. It is very uncomfy. Like getting a wet sock or a pebble in the heel of your shoe. It's new. It's new. I'm gonna be nice-ish. Maybe give it a couple points. 2 out of 5 claws. Maybe 1.5 out of 5 claws. 2 feels overly generous. Here we have what has historically been my least favorite part of Ohana, the beef. And it's not that the beef here is necessarily bad, but you used to get this fabulous like Brazilian barbecue style beef on skewers here. And ever since that went away, pre-panini, it has not been a good time. And even now, this is tough. Now, this meat is cooked to order. So if you want to order a second batch, say cooked medium rare, you can do that. But this is how it came out as a default. That is not a nice cut. That does not inspire confidence. I feel like I worked for my dinner. In my Palpatine voice, it has left me scarred internally. Okay? My mouth is tired. And the beef is fine. Like, it's an okay cut of beef, but it's not steakhouse level beef. It's not signature dining level beef. It's a cut of beef cut into a cube and sauce. And the sauce is there to cover up the fact that it's not the best slice of beef. Ohana was always known for its steak on a skewer, and what's more sad is how far it's fallen. Like, Splash Mountain fans still speak up out of nowhere, like that far fallen, you know? But if you really want beef, you got it in the bowl. 2.5 out of 5 points.
Hello, Beyond Sausage. You are definitely overcooked, but better over than under, right? Even though it clearly says on the box, do not overcook. I'm gonna just let it come in the sauce. Maybe the sauce will help this char that I'm seeing. Not the good kind either. The sauce helped a little, but it's still very dry and very overcooked and very much a hard chew. I would say that's pretty on par for the Beyond sausages at Ohana. Whether you come for breakfast or dinner, they're always usually like overcooked. You gotta be into it. I am not personally, and that's fine. If I cut it up and mix it with like the nudes or like the veggies, it'll be perfect. But like on its own, I can't do it. I just need to mix it with something. So on its own, I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5 sausage. But if I mix it with something, I'd probably give it a 4.
The question is it Beyond Meat or is it a Halloween Horror Nights kitchen prop? Very well cooked, and that is not an insult. Okay. I will say it is the best alt meat in the skillet. Now,
ouch.
Those of you who have been with us for a while, you already know what that means. Those of you that are new, and there are a few of you, there's a lot of you, welcome. Review food. She's vegan, I'm not. But I eat everything. It means I have an opinion about everything. Beyond sausage is only good in its consistency. The flavor is always Beyond. You cannot hide, you cannot unseason it. It will always taste like Beyond. That being said, even if you overcook it, it still tastes like Beyond. A little drier, a little crispier, but it's Beyond sausage. Recognizable, Old Faithful. For that, I can't hate on it too much. I knew what I was getting when I bit into that bite. Even if it was a bit more char than I expect. Not great, but still better than the alternatives. So 3 out of 5 points. Peel and eat shrimp. I have nothing bad to say about peeling meat shrimp. Every time I see the peeling meat shrimp here at Ohana, I am just grateful that they got rid of that disgusting shrimp bake they used to have, because that thing was an abomination. That was anti-magic. That was like early DreamWorks animation to me. This I get on board with. Well cooked, room temperature, not overcooked. It's peeling shrimp. No special sauce, no special seasoning. It's just shrimp cooked well. No complaints. 3 out of 5 points.
So here we have a back scratcher. Now I usually ask for no back scratcher, but this time I got the back scratcher. I'm gonna add it to the bouquet of like at least 30 that we have. Yes. Now you do have to modify this to be vegan. It does do a Jack Daniels on top, which is not vegan, so you gotta do something else. I do Jameson usually, because that's my jam. Cheers to Melissa and Enda. That would be great. Oh yeah. Hog juice, whiskey. How can you go wrong? I love me a good back scratcher. It's my go-to drink. I order it like a Starbucks drink sometimes. I give it a 4 out of 5 back scratchers.
Good old Terrapin Luau Crumplers. This is still the only IPA IPA I have found on the property that I can stand. You IPA people are braver than most, and definitely braver than me. But Pog IPA, that's a Disney adult's dream. Now you can get this anywhere in the resort. You can get this here, you can get it at Tambu, you can get it at Trader Sam's, you can get it at Trader Sam's Grotto, you can get it at the Kona, you can get it at the pool bar. Drink up while you're here. It's one of the few treats. I would give it 4 out of 5 points.
The vegan pineapple cake with a vegan ice cream, which has melted a smidgen because we had to do some video and photos. Now, we went to Sebastian's recently, and we constantly compare Sebastian's to Ohana, so since this is our second time trying this pudding that has turned into essentially monkey bread, I'm excited to see what it tastes like again. It is as sweet and tasty as I remember, almost a little bit better. And they eased off on the pineapple flavoring, so you just get like a beautiful, like fluffy cake. This dessert is better than Sebastian's. So, in the battle of the desserts, Ohana wins, and everything else Sebastian's wins. I still think you should go to Sebastian's over Ohana, but Ohana is a great experience, and it's nostalgic for anybody that remembers the old version of Ohana. I give this a 4 out of 5 desserts.
Sometimes I think the vegans get lucky with the options that they get. Honestly, in most cases, at most of these all-you-care-to-enjoy places that do include dessert, I would much prefer to have the vegan dessert than the non-vegan dessert. Most of that is because I'm lactose intolerant, and they seem to love to pair a cake with an ice cream. I understand that that's like the tried and true formula. Cake a la mode, brownie a la mode. I'm just not buying it. Cold, as it should be. Definitely more pineapple than I was expecting. And given the apprentice Lexus and her, I don't say disdain for pineapple. She does hate pineapple, but like, there are some instances on which she is willing to tolerate pineapple. This strikes a nice balance. I love that they include the soy-based ice cream. You don't often get that in most places, so I'm glad they include it here. It's a tasty dessert, and honestly, of all the plant-based items we've had tonight, it's probably the best. 4.5 out of 5 bucks. Pineapple filling and ice cream, because what else would you eat on the islands? Would you get Sebastian's Bistro in the Caribbean Resort or Polynesian Islands in Ohana? The poor is what people come for. I came from the chicken. The chicken wasn't my dessert. Now I'm having a second dessert. Go ahead and cut right in his fan favorite cake. Take the smallest bit of the ice cream you scream, a little bit of the sauce, and probably a much bigger bite than I intended on eating, which made our mistakes. Honestly, I can see the appeal. The strong pineapple flavor, like coconut, caramel sauce on top, and the ice cream. Smallest bit of ice cream. I think the execution here of this works a lot better than it works at Sebastian's. Sebastian's more bready. This is more cakey. And the more cakey version works, I think, better with the ice cream because they mesh more. They fold into each other better and complement the flavors more. If I was so inclined to have a very bad night because of the amount of dairy and ice cream, I would clean this plate. But I will promise, or at least practice, the smallest amount of self-control. 4.25 out of 5 stars. It's nice to see Ohana attempting to better itself.
I would say that our experience overall was pretty mixed, but we did come on the first day of a new menu, so take that as you will. I would say maybe if you come in like this March, April 2025, you will probably have a better experience than what we had. We're like the guinea pigs of the new menus.
We are.
Try it.
We even met the Chef Reggie, who, you know, was open to feedback because the menu is new. There's just now cooking.
Definitely provided feedback.
So if you come here and you get to talk to chef, be honest with these chefs. These chefs are really passionate about what they do. They're very open to constructive, not cruel, constructive feedback about how to make things improve because they want you to have a good dinner like we want you to have a good dinner. But I want to know, given what you think, is this something that you want to do? Is the menu improved enough now that you guys want to come here, or is our super secret Sebastian Bistro the better meal? I'm still going with Sebastian Bistro.
Yeah.
Not by much. Because last time we were there.
Yes, I agree. Last time we were there was not very good. But as a vegan, I would say Sebastian's is still better. I would say Sebastian's entrees are better, but Ohana dessert has now overtaken Sebastian's. So, and also the apps. Like if you want the Chef Mike bread, the allergy bread, it's better at Sebastian's than Ohana. And yeah, I think that's it. Just entrees.
I'd like to see this competition make both restaurants better. But
yes.
I want to know what you think. Let us know in the comments below. Now, if there's anything else you see us do, that will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, not only will we not know that you have watched this video, but Bear will never tell you what his favorite food item was at Ohana.
It's a secret, but you heard the girl.